Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally going to start working on my ocean junk journal. I've been talking about it for a year now, probably, and I've been collecting materials, but I haven't made it yet. So I decided that the only way I'm going to actually make it is if I make it with you. So we're gonna make it together. Let's get started. So I have this pasta box that I've been saving for a while that I want to use for the cover. So I think today is going to be part one. We're going to make the cover today, and next week we'll probably do the signatures. We'll see how it goes. I do want to keep this window. So I'm trying to think how I'm going to do that. And I also have this paper pad that I bought a while ago, thinking about making this. And it's just so beautiful. It's a Recollections paper pad Mykonos. It's beautiful. It's everything ocean themed. And I'm thinking, so you've seen me using this before, probably. I was thinking to use this for the cover, but I think I want to use this one. It doesn't say ocean right away, but I think that's good. But we'll see. We're gonna start with preparing our box for the cover. So the first thing that I am going to do is I'm gonna move my mat a little bit. Is to cut all of these flaps. So I don't have a guillotine. If you have a guillotine, I think that would be the best way to do this. But I use my ruler and my craft knife and my cutting mat. So I'm just gonna start by cutting all of these, following that line in the box. Okay, so I have all the big tabs cut out, and these ones I'm going to still use them probably in this journal or for other projects because these are still material. You know how I like to use trash. So I'm gonna use all of these. You can make like small journaling cards out of these. And this can be, I don't know, other sorts of journaling cards. So we're saving those. And now I need to cut this one too. So this is a big one that we can use to make more cards and tags. That could be a big tag. So this is not going to be like a big journal, which is fine because I don't want a super big journal. But I also don't want a tiny one. So it's going to be a good size. And then I'm going to cut this last tab that I have here. Okay. So there we go. So now this is my spine, but this right now is, I'm gonna tell you in inches, 2 3/4. I think it's 2 3/4. It's way too big. I don't want that many signatures. Here you can fit, I don't know, like 6 or more signatures, and I don't really want that. So I probably want an inch, I think, or less, because I only want to put 2 signatures in here. I don't think I want more than that. I think an inch, it's still pretty big, and that would be like 3 signatures. Do I want 3 signatures? Let's see. So we're gonna start cutting this up, and then I'll figure out as I go. So what I'm gonna do is that basically I'm gonna cut these 2 panels now, and I'm gonna leave just the middle portion, and we're gonna work on that to just make the right size for my spine. So we have one of the panels. Oh, I messed it up. This is not what I wanted to do. It's okay. What I wanted to do was actually cut in the middle, but that's okay. We're gonna still figure this out. This is a type of cover that I've never done. So this is what you get in this channel, me figuring things out as I go. Okay, so now let's see. What is in centimeters? It's 7 centimeters. I'm gonna do 2 centimeters because that's less than an inch. So let's cut this to size. You can see here that this part, it's not good. It's kind of soft, so I'm gonna keep just the one side, like this one. So we can use this later. So what I'm gonna do now is to glue this together. So I'm just gonna put, oops, I was gonna say I'm gonna put a ton of glue, but that was too much. Not that much glue, but I want the edges to be glued. Gonna go over with this so that they're very well glued, and we're gonna let it dry while we work on the other portion of the cover. So the plan now is that if I put all of my parts like this, we can cover them, and we're gonna have like a hinge mechanism here. We can put them as close as we want, and they will still be flexible. So we're gonna prepare the paper. Do you still want to use this one? Oh, I think I like it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. So I don't know what I think it doesn't matter what direction we're gonna use. So I'm just gonna start gluing things like and leave like maybe a 1 centimeter margin. Would a 1 centimeter be good? Yeah, I think one is good. Or like 1.5. I think I want to leave a 1.5 centimeter margin to fold it in. But I need to figure out this situation here because we need to cut the window. So let me measure this. Okay, so I measure 1.5 centimeter margin on these two sides. Let me see if I'm on frame. Yes, because I'm gonna glue this right here. And I want to know where exactly my window is so that I can cut out the window. Okay, I think I figured out where the window is, and I'm not sure if it's completely even, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it because this is how I'm gonna do it. If I mess up, I mess up, and I'll do it again because that could be a possibility. I feel like this line is not straight. Okay, now it's the moment of the truth. Yes, we have this. So I have the window. Oof, that was kind of a stress. It doesn't fit. I measure one side wrong, but at this point, It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna glue it where it is. Make sure that oh no, I did it too big. Well, I measured that totally wrong. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I just cut a piece. I thought it would coincide with the design, but I don't think it does. But this is just what I'm gonna do. If I don't like it, I'll cover it with lace. This journal is for me, so this is gonna be my personal journal. So I'm not too worried about how good it's gonna be. And, you know, that's what we're gonna do. I'm covering that part. So if it's not perfect here, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to try to do now is to fit the, I have some glue in there. It's to fit the window. So my margin, it's not gonna work, but that's okay because I prefer the window to be even. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put glue all over this part. So I'm going to make it fit with my window. And it doesn't matter if it's not even because then we'll fix that part. I hate that. I hate the way I fixed it, but we'll figure out something later. I mean, washi tape could fix this problem. Or maybe even, maybe I'll do something like this. Yeah, it's fixable. So everything is fixable. That's my message today. We really, especially when we work with junk journals, nothing is final. It's kind of together. Um, I'm leaving like a small space between them to have like that hinge because this wasn't my plan. This was an accident. I didn't want to cut the middle panel, but I did. But that's what we're gonna do now. And you'll see me learning a new way to make a cover using a product box just by making mistakes. So I cannot even tell you what measurement this is, but this is a very, very, very small space. I just want this to be able to fold. Oops. So maybe not do it right now. So I'm gonna, yeah, like that. And then we put the next panel. And again, we're gonna leave the same kind of a space. It's like 1 millimeter. So there we have this. Now I'm going to trim this side here, and I was leaving what was this that I measured? I think it was 1.5 centimeter, but it's almost 2. I'm gonna try to leave that same space. I'm going to actually measure 2 centimeters because I don't know at this point. My measurements don't work. This is why I never measure things, but I decided to measure today. It's very funny because I had another plan and then I ruined my own plan, and then we're just going with the flow. It's not gonna be even, but I don't care. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We're gonna leave it like this for now because now I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. So I'm gonna cover the back with another piece of paper. And I guess this portion here, it's gonna have its own coloring. And what I want to do is I want to make like a shaker. So I was thinking, I have this paper. I have other pieces in here. Yeah, ooh. Let's do a little bit of the beach. So let's see if this works. Do I want what part of the water? Oh, maybe that one. Okay, so the window, it's gonna have a little bit of the ocean coming through. And I want to make like bubbles with this. I'll show you how. But I'm gonna trim. Okay, I think I have the right part of the paper that I want. I want that part. And this is gonna be 9. Okay. So this is gonna go like this. Oh, I like it already. And I'm going to glue 3 sides for now. So this is plastic. So this is something that it will require art glitter glue or something else that would glue to plastic because we want it, at least I want it to be very well secure. So I'm just gonna glue it like this. Oops, it's moving because it's plastic. Put too much glue, I think. Just wanna see how it looks like on the other side. Looks nice. I just hate that part there, but we're gonna fix it. No worries. Now I'm gonna grab this and I have my hole punches. This is a circle punch. I don't know what size it is. And we're gonna make confetti, basically. I don't know if this is the same size as this. So we're gonna try both. And I kind of want to get, you know, the metallic parts, but also the not metallic parts and a mix. Okay, I need more. Where are the other ones? And then I'm gonna go with this one. We'll see what's the different. Oh yeah, they are bigger. Okay, good. So we'll have 2 sizes. I could put sand in there. You know, I'm tempted to do that. Okay, and let's see how this is gonna look like once I put them in there. I'm gonna try to make sure they go in the right orientation. So I'm using my forceps for this. Okay, what do we think? Do I need more? Oh, they are coming out because I haven't glued it. I'm tempted to add more and maybe add a different color. What do we say? Hope you guys were here and tell me. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this blue and oh no, I got 2 together. That one I'm not gonna use. So I have 2, 3 more of that light blue teal kind of color. I'm gonna try to get another one. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna glue the rest of this pocket. I think, ooh, that lifted. I think at this point I could use glue, I mean not glue, tape, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. So just put a bunch of glue in there. And we have a little window, a little sensory window for this journal. I know still it looks like a mess with that part that it just doesn't look good, but we're gonna fix it as we go. So now we'll continue with the cover. So um, I'm gonna cut the corners in an angle like this, and that's gonna help us with folding this part. Let's see. It doesn't always work perfectly, but we'll see. I have my plastic knife that I use as a scoring tool, and I'm just scoring there. I'm gonna score in all sides, and we're just gonna start gluing, folding and gluing to finish that part of the cover. Oops. So yeah, that's good. So we have one side and then the other. And then this one is gonna be a little bit tougher because it's longer. I think here I went, my triangle was too big, but that's okay. We're still gonna make it work. And then this side. So I'm gonna glue the short ones first and then the long ones. There, I was trying to move the bubbles. It actually looks pretty nice, to be honest, with all the disaster that was happening. So I'm gonna try to score here where this part is. And there we have our cover. It looks pretty good actually. I'm not gonna lie. Now at this point you can go ahead and sew around that. I do that sometimes depending on the look I want for the journal, but I don't think this needs that. It's pretty shiny, so I kind of want to keep it like that. I definitely need to fix that part, but I'm gonna now do the inside. And so for the inside, I think I'm just gonna do a big panel here. Trying to think if I want the spine to be a different panel and then another big panel, but I may just do one big panel. Just trying to make sure that this part here is flat and well glued. I think leaving 2 centimeters around works best. I actually like it a lot. I thought, you know, when I made the mistake, I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. But it did work. This corner here is the only one that it's not great, but we can fix it, make it perfect. But also I'm gonna put corners, book corners, so it's not It's not a big deal. So let's pick a paper for the inside. Well, you know, I have this one. Where is it? This one that it's so beautiful. It's like a watercolor. I used this for another project. Well, isn't that perfect? I think that's perfect. Because I don't want it to be all over. Or do we want it to be a little bit more? Let's see. Okay, let's see if I did this correctly. Moment of truth. Yes, I did. I'm so excited about this. You don't know how long I've been thinking about this journal. Well, I think I keep mentioning it. I did my last whole video where I got a bunch of stickers from Temu. They were all ocean related because I wanted to, well, not all of them, but a lot of them were, because I've been wanting to work to make this journal because I just love the ocean so much. And I couldn't make it before. I mean, I still have to finish that other journal I'm working on that I keep talking about it. But what are we gonna do? That's my process. I'm a slow thinker. Things need to marinate in my brain before I can actually do them. Okay, this is not perfectly straight, but I don't think I can move it. No, oh yes, I did move it. No. Is it good now? No, it's not, but it's okay. I don't mind if things are not perfectly straight, especially if they're for me. If I was giving this journal away to someone, I would put a lot more effort and I wouldn't do it on camera because that would make me nervous. So, well, bad idea. What happened here? Okay, so I'm gonna have to re-glue this. Oops, I don't want to rip it because I need to allow for that bend there in the hinge. That's why this is what I was afraid of doing before. I was thinking of doing a panel exclusively for the spine, and I probably should have done that. This glue keeps drying so fast on me when I have so much glue on my fingers now. Okay, so we're gonna go part by part so that we allow for the paper to bend. And I think we're good now. So I just needed to score it before gluing it, I think. That would have been a better idea. Let's see if this works. Yes, it did work. Much better. Oh, so happy. So happy about it. So I'm gonna just do some pushing and let it dry in case this needs more glue in a little bit. So now I'm gonna figure out how to fix this and I'll be right back. So I found this that I had made before. I'm so excited because I was gonna make one with this, but I had already made a paper ruffle with the ocean theme paper. So now I need to figure out which one will look good in there, because I think all I need to do is to cover that with something cool. I think I like this one, just it looks different. So I'm gonna cut a bit of that. So every time I have strips like that, I just make paper ruffles with them. I do it on my sewing machine. I just sew through them and I fold them as I go. I learned that from Natasha from Treasure Books, and it's such a great idea. So I'm gonna just cut this whole piece, and I'm gonna ink it, and I'm gonna ink it with brown because a lot of the papers that I have for this journal are vintage or that look. I'm trying to clean my dabber because I think I did black with it. Well, I don't have a lot of papers for this, but I've been dyeing some coffee papers with coffee that are gonna have some ocean theme things. I'll show you, I think, next week maybe. So I want this journal to have kind of a vintage look to it, but also not at the same time. I guess this is going to be a very eclectic journal. And if you're new to my channel, if you just joined because of Junk Journal July and now you're seeing like this, what is this video of me struggling making a journal cover? So I make journals. I don't make them on camera often, and I haven't made a bunch. I think this is my 9th or 10th journal. I need to see it. I have a list now. I started making a list of how many journals I have, and I normally make them off camera and then I do a flip through video. But as I said at the beginning, I have been putting this journal on the back burner for so long that I think if I don't do it on camera, I'm just not gonna do it. That's the truth. So there, I fix it. I think I like that. And now all we need is like a book plate. Let's figure that out. I grab a bunch of things. I have my book corners. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use. Those are for the final touches of my cover. And I think for the journal name, I want to use one of these, that, or let's see what else we have in this cut aparts that come in this pad. I think this one. It has like one shiny thing, but not that many. And I'm thinking to use some of these papers as well. These are from Temu, and I guess you can see this in my, oh, this is so beautiful. In my last, oh, this is what I want to use. Okay. In my last haul video where I did buy the stickers and all the ocean stuff because I was planning to finally make it. Let's get this out of here. I always use my ruler and my knife because I'm just such a horrible scissor cutter. And I guess I could use my paper trimmer for this, but this is always easier for me. Look at that. I'm so excited. And I want to cut a piece for here. I want this that says ocean blue like all this part here, and then I'll put this here. Oh, so happy. Okay, so let me figure that out. How do we cut this? Oh, look at that. I'm so excited. Okay, so ink. You know what we need? From the corners first. So this is one of those papers that, you know, it has, I think at the package, it's actually called like the pot Vintage Ocean or something like that. So it has a lot of combination of browns and blue. And I really like how that looks like. So I love it. I'm way too excited for this. How are we? I don't know how I'm gonna call this journal. Do I want to call it journal? Do I want to call it ocean or mar? Should I call it mar? Should I call it el mar y yo? Oh, that's the sea and me, because there is a lot of you and me and the sea in this paper pod. Or what do I write here? That's my question. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit of that ink off, but I want this white not to be white. So just gonna make it a little bit brown. If I had little brats, I would put them in here, but I don't. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna write journal. So we have mar, which means sea in Spanish. And I'm just gonna boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna stamp it here. Oh, great, perfect. So I'm gonna leave it, oops, like this, because maybe I'll use it more. So excited. So now we glue this together. And then I can put the date once I start working on this. So this journal is called Mar. That's what it is. I'm actually gonna go to the beach in a couple of weeks. So maybe if I finish it before that, I can take it with me and start journaling in it. I'm still working on blue. Blue is not finished. I haven't completed it. So you'll see more of that in my August journal with me. I think I'm gonna journal in blue. I feel like I want to keep more than one journal going. Now with the Junk Journal July challenge, I really feel like I want to journal more often. I haven't done much since it ended. Today it's August 3rd, and I don't think I've done a single journaling page since July 31st. It's funny because when I was finishing the challenge, I thought that I was gonna need to continue working journaling more, because I was really very excited about journaling every day. But the challenge ended. I haven't had any motivation to journal. I like journaling every day, but I don't know. I don't do it often. There we have it. We have a problem. This paper, because it's cardstock, when it bends, it doesn't like it. So I may need to cover this pine with something else, which is kind of sad now that I just realized now that I glued this, because it could have gone over here. But we may just leave it as is and see how it goes. And if I need to add washi tape after a while, after opening it several times, I think we're good. Okay, so another thing that I like to do in all my journals is to have pockets in here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do before we finish. We're almost done. So, oh, look at that. It's cool. Should I use that as a pocket? I mean, that kind of looks cool, but it would be more like a, well, I like how it looks like with the, so I'll do it like a back pocket maybe. I'll make more of the small ones because it looks like bubbles. That's super cool. So that's gonna be one pocket. It's gonna be like a tall, yeah, let's make it tall because so that we have enough surface to glue it there. So that's gonna be the back pocket, and I'm going to, I'm tempted to cut the corners. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yes, 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 yes. That was perfect. Okay. This is super cool. So there we have one pocket with bubbles, and oh, look at that. That looks so pretty. I'm gonna leave that piece of paper there because I can use it then. So I guess I'll use the same paper for another pocket here. Okay, I'll do a tack spot with this one. So it's gonna be only two. And I'm gonna do this corner like this. Oops. What do we think? I like it. And I'll round the other one. So I'm only going to glue two sides. And that can go in there. Oh, so cute. It is so cute. Okay, so let's decide on this, and this is the last thing we'll do for today. Finally, this video is a lot longer than I expected because I messed up. So, question, do I want the smaller corners or do I want these bigger corners? I think I got the big ones from Amazon. No, I want the smaller ones. Otherwise, it's going to be too much going on. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so I put them all and I put a little bit of glue in them. And now that they're all in their position, I'm just going to go with my pliers and just press. Okay, there we have it. I put the four corners. I'm gonna put this away, clean a bit. I love it. I actually thought that was gonna be a disaster once I realized that I cut the cover, the pasta box all wrong, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And look, It looks very pretty. It looks really nice. My bubbles do not move as I thought they would move, especially now because I put more papers on here, so it's gonna, yeah, this is not the sensory experience I was expecting, but I think it still looks good, and I like the way I fixed that. I don't know, I'm very happy with it. So I think next week we are going to work on my signatures. um, I need to make sure I have enough dyed papers, otherwise I'll have to dye some this week. We'll see how that goes. And I want to show you a little bit my process of finding papers. So, how I go through magazines and books and find papers for my journal. So, maybe we'll do that next week. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.